Hey everyone, welcome back to the kitchen. Today we're making one of my all-time favorite comfort food dinners, creamy mushroom chicken thighs. For the entire recipe, see the link in the comment section below. Be sure and explore my website for other great recipes. Now let's get started. This dish is indulgent, cozy, earthy, and loaded with flavor. We've got crispy seared chicken, sautéed mushrooms, garlic, onions, a rich thyme cream sauce. What more could you want? This recipe comes together in one pan, which makes cleanup a breeze. It's also flexible, easy enough for a weeknight, but elegant enough to serve when you've got guests coming over. So let's get started and walk through every step together. We're going to start with our main protein, the chicken thighs. I'm using 4 bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs. I always go for bone-in, skin-on when I want maximum flavor and moisture. The skin gets crispy and golden brown when seared, and the bone helps the meat cook evenly and stay juicy. It's a win-win. First things first, take your chicken thighs out of the fridge about 20 minutes before cooking. You don't want to cook ice-cold chicken straight from the fridge. That can lead to uneven cooking. While they're coming up to temperature, pat them dry with paper towels. This is really important. Removing moisture from the skin helps it crisp up beautifully when it hits the pan. Now let's season. I'm using 1 teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. I like to season both sides. Don't just sprinkle on the top. Season the underside of the thighs too so that every bite is flavorful. Next, heat up a large skillet over medium-high heat. I recommend something oven-safe and heavy-bottomed, like cast iron or stainless steel. Add 2 tablespoons of olive oil to the pan and let it heat until shimmering but not smoking. Once the pan is hot, carefully lay your chicken thighs in, skin side down. You should hear a solid sizzle right away. That's how you know you're going to get that gorgeous golden crust. Let the chicken sear undisturbed for about 5 to 6 minutes. Don't move it around too much. You want that skin to get crispy and caramelized. After 5 or 6 minutes, flip the thighs over and sear the underside for about 3 to 4 minutes. The chicken doesn't need to be cooked through yet. We're just building flavor and texture with this initial sear. Once they're golden brown on both sides, remove the chicken from the pan and set it aside on a plate. Don't wipe out the pan. Those browned bits on the bottom, the fond, are packed with flavor and are going to be the base of our creamy mushroom sauce. Now, reduce the heat to medium and add 1 finely chopped medium onion. We're sautéing this for about 3 to 4 minutes until it softens and turns translucent. Onions are going to bring a little sweetness and body to the sauce, balancing the savory richness of the cream and mushrooms. Next, we're adding 3 cloves of garlic, minced. Garlic burns quickly, so only sauté it for about 30 seconds to a minute, just until it becomes fragrant. Stir it constantly during this step. The goal is to wake up the garlic's aroma, not brown it. Now let's talk mushrooms. I'm using 8 ounces of cremini mushrooms, sliced. These mushrooms have a deeper, more robust flavor than white button mushrooms, and they hold up really well to sautéing. You could also use baby bellas, shiitakes, or even a mix if you're feeling fancy. Toss the mushrooms into the pan and stir to coat them in the onion, garlic, and all those savory pan drippings. Mushrooms release a lot of moisture as they cook, so we want to sauté them for 6 to 8 minutes. First, they'll look soggy. That's totally normal. But as the liquid cooks off, they'll start to brown and develop that beautiful caramelized edge. At this point, the kitchen smells amazing. It's earthy, savory, and rich, exactly what we want. Now's the time to add some herbs. I'm using 1 teaspoon of dried thyme. You can absolutely use fresh thyme if you have it. Just use about double the amount. Thyme adds a woodsy, aromatic depth that works beautifully with mushrooms and cream. Give everything a good stir, and then pour in 1 cup of low-sodium chicken broth. I always go for low sodium so I can control the seasoning later. As you pour it in, use your wooden spoon to scrape up all the flavorful bits from the bottom of the pan. Those are pure gold in terms of flavor. Let the broth come to a gentle simmer for about 2-3 minutes. This will give it a chance to reduce slightly and concentrate the flavors. Now for the luxurious part. 1 cup of heavy cream. This is what makes the sauce silky, rich, and indulgent. If you want to make a lighter version, you can substitute half and half, but keep in mind that the sauce may not thicken quite as much. Stir the cream into the pan and bring it to a gentle simmer. Don't boil it. You want it to reduce slowly and thicken naturally. Let it cook for about 5 to 7 minutes, stirring occasionally. You'll know it's ready when it coats the back of a spoon. It should be rich and velvety but still pourable. Now it's time to bring the chicken back. Nestle those seared thighs right back into the pan, skin side up. Spoon a bit of the sauce over each one, but leave the skin exposed so it doesn't get soggy. Lower the heat to medium-low, cover the pan, and let the chicken simmer in the sauce for 15 to 20 minutes, or until it reaches an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. As it simmers, all those flavors meld together. The chicken finishes cooking in the creamy mushroom bath, soaking in the thyme, the garlic, the umami from the mushrooms. It's pure comfort food magic. Once the chicken is done, uncover the pan and give the sauce a final stir. Taste it and adjust the seasoning if needed. Maybe a pinch more salt, a twist of pepper. Follow your taste buds. At this point, the sauce will be rich and thick, the chicken juicy and tender, and the whole pan bursting with flavor. To finish, I like to sprinkle on a little chopped fresh parsley for color and freshness, but that's totally optional. Let's talk serving ideas. This dish is phenomenal with mashed potatoes, buttered egg noodles, or even creamy polenta. You want something that'll soak up all that sauce. You can also serve it with steamed rice or crusty bread to mop up every last bit. And there you have it, creamy mushroom chicken thighs that are rustic, satisfying, and restaurant quality, all made in your own kitchen. This is the kind of dish that makes you want to slow down, take a bite, and just enjoy. It's rich, earthy, savory, and so comforting. Whether you're making this for your family on a cold evening or serving it for guests at a dinner party, it's guaranteed to impress. If you give this recipe a try, I'd love to hear about it. Let me know in the comments how it turned out, what you served it with, or if you put your twist on it. Leftovers? Even better the next day. Just store them in an airtight container in the fridge for up to 3 days. Reheat gently on the stove with a splash of broth or cream to bring the sauce back to life. Also, if you're into meal prepping, this dish holds up beautifully. Pair it with rice or pasta and pack it into containers. It's comfort food that travels well. Did you add a splash of white wine? Use wild mushrooms? Sub in coconut cream? Let's swap ideas. I'm always curious how others make it their own. And hey, don't be afraid to make this recipe your own. That's the beauty of home cooking. Add a splash of white wine when deglazing for a bit of brightness. Or stir in a handful of spinach right at the end for some color and greens. You can even top it with grated Parmesan if you want to really take it over the top. And of course, if you enjoyed this recipe, be sure to give the video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I've got easier, flavorful dinners coming your way every week. Hit the bell icon so you don't miss a thing. Thanks so much for spending time in the kitchen with me today. Until next time, keep cooking with confidence, stay curious, and eat well.